And we've got CeeDee Lamb, always staying busy. He's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts. Now Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called out again this week.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That one caught by Ellison. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. The middle they go. Ellison breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
No whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb taking it in. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are...
Hurts fumbles it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Second and short now following the fumble. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Micah Parsons, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
Take it at the 37.
And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense now with a short field ahead. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ball delivered complete on the crossing route Gallup.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players...
And he loses the football the second time. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down.
Remember, earlier in this game, he lost a fumble. This time, it hit the deck, but he got it back.
Yeah, do you think he's breathing a monster sigh of relief right now? Could you imagine losing 2 in the same game?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been...
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
This will be taken at the 10. And bulldozing his way through.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. There he goes his left side. And shedding a man at the 40.
He's on his way.
Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 79 yards.
And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back,
Hurts fumbles it.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now, hang on here, because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
Got a man, it's Brown. The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 5 catches, 65 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Rolling to his left. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
21-0 our score after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. And it's caught.
And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Gainwell
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Looking to throw. Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So, Charles, you know, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think, but to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial, but I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way?
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Eagles offense returns to the fold, and we get a closer peek at Kenneth Gainwell.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Here's Braden Mann now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. 72 yards on the punt return.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to their 1st half lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time While they're playing this one, they've got to take care of business first.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Quick slant to Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now third down and 6 to go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That's taken on the 25. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive where you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of players. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Ellison, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Play action now, Prescott. They'll roll him out right.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He gets it to Cooks. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks with another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Hey, Silver.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Kill. Go. Get out there.
They'll run on 1st down. Ellison breaks a tackle.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ellison. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are pouring it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Eagles nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
But 1st down hurts.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll check.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
2nd time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times I think they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Throw is caught by Schoonmaker.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Out left, Ellison's got it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Cavante Turpin now to return.
Escapes the defender.
The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter.
At their own 20-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. Evades him at the 20. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Ellison to the right side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 yards on the pickup there, and now that sets up 3rd and 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's caught out wide by Cooks.
Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 75.
And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Eagles nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. They'll look to set up his blockers. And just shutting him off there. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. That one caught by Ellison. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. It's caught left side by Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks taking it in. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Eagles nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Eagles. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try the left side with Gainwell. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Man, that's a third fumble for him now in this ball game. And you know the old saying, CD, once is a fluke, twice a coincidence, 3 times becoming a pattern.
3 times is a problem in this game.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2nd down, here's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this one's high, but not very far. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what
We have played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 9.
Prescott now. He finds his man complete. That's Lamb.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
1st down, Dallas.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
On 2nd down, Ellison. It's a room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Man, 206 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hurts.
That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
The ball comes out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Hurts to throw. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Now Prescott. Flush to his right. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And quickly they get to the line. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Micah Parsons picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Loose inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
No touch. No touch.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Pushing his way through. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
2nd and 10. And that's caught out wide by Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. There again is Cooks, complete. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Here is 3rd and 5. Throwing. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Throwing here, Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw here. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard
On first down, Hurts.
And that'll, no, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Well, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And that will write a finish to this ball game.